tonight I figured for quick, easy dinners, we're gonna hop on and do steak, quinoa, and zucchini, and I figured I'd bring you along. So if you're interested to see how I make steak with quinoa and zucchini, keep on watching. Alright guys, so steak. Everybody loves steak. You know, everybody loves steak. But Tim and I rarely have steak. It's one of those things, it's a red meat, it's expensive, we tend to not buy it. I mean, if we go out to a restaurant, I might have it there, which, as you all know, doesn't happen often. I mean, the last time we went out to dinner was 2 weeks ago, and the time before that, well, it was staff dinner at work, so we didn't even pay for it. But anyway, tonight, like I said, we're doing steak. So actually, I have, in the pan, I have a tablespoon of butter, and I have some rosemary olive oil, wild rosemary olive oil from Saratoga Olive Oil where I work. And I'm letting that heat up. I want it to get nice and hot. So when I drop that steak in there, I get a really nice sear. I'm also going to use a little bit of lemon. So I have half of a lemon ready to go in my juicer, like you'll see here. And I have garlic because, I mean, garlic. Why not, right? And then just your standard salt and pepper. And yeah. Alright guys, so I just have my steak right here. I'm going to set that in there. So we just bought a whole sirloin and we cut it in half and trimmed off some of the fat around the edges. Get that in there. Alright, so I'm going to put on some pepper. Salt and pepper are staples when it comes to steak. And heavily salt it. Heavily pepper it. Alright. We're going to let this go for a few minutes. And really with steak, you only want to flip it once. You don't want to have to constantly be flipping it. And I like my steak to medium rare in temperature. So we're going to let this go for about 4 minutes. I'm going to set a timer just for myself, for the ease of mind. And we're going to let this cook. Now, when I flip it over, I'm going to add the garlic and the lemon and salt and pepper the other side. Alright guys, so while my steak is cooking, I do have quinoa here. Now this quinoa we meal prepped a couple days ago. So all it is 1 cup of quinoa with 2 cups of water, and you cook it like rice. And we actually did quite a bit because we're using it for a lot of lunches. I'm going to add a little bit of feta to it. And this I also marinated. I did some olive oil, lemon balsamic vinegar, Dijon mustard, dried oregano, salt, pepper, and garlic. Mix that dressing together and pour it on there and mix it in so it has a little bit of flavor. And I have 1.5 zucchini that I'm going to slice up, and we're going to serve along with the steak as well. Hear that sizzle? Oh yeah. Alright, so I'm going to pause. Alright, so my timer is done going off. We're going to take this, flip it over. Look at those marks. Oh, that's beautiful. So again, we're going to salt and pepper the side. Pepper. And Tim's going to juice the lemon. A lot of lemon. And we're gonna add a ton of garlic because I love garlic. Alright, so there's a lot of juice in there from that lemon and from the garlic, so I turned my heat up and we're just gonna let it cook so a lot of that liquid evaporates. Like I said with our quinoa, I'm just gonna dish it up. I may add a little bit more vinaigrette to it, but that's gonna be about it. Alright guys, so I have removed the steak. I am letting it rest, something you always want to do with meat. You want to let it sit there and rest for, you know, 8 to 10 minutes to really let it reabsorb those juices, and they'll redistribute back through the meat. That way it doesn't get dry. Into the pan, I left all the garlic and the yummy bits, but I've added zucchini. I'm just going to cook this for just a few minutes, just because I don't like zucchini when it's super, super soft. I am going to add a little bit of white cooking wine, just to help kind of deglaze the pan. Alright, so I'm just going to scoop some quinoa onto the plates. Quinoa is really great because it's a complete protein, so it's something that you can make a salad out of and things, and it'll be perfect and it'll help keep you nice and full. I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of feta on top. Alright, so now I'm going to scoop up some of the zucchini and plop it onto my plates. So one thing I am going to do is I scraped up all the yummy goodness from the bottom of the pan, and I'm going to put a little bit on everybody's quinoa. Alright, so this has sat and relaxed, so now we're going to dish it up, and I hope it's the perfect medium to medium rare. Alright guys, that is what is for dinner tonight. We have steak, zucchini, and quinoa with feta. I am going to drizzle a little bit of balsamic vinegar over the top. So I'm doing a little bit of fig balsamic vinegar. Alright, and that's what's for dinner tonight. Quick, easy dinner that took me maybe 15 minutes. Even if you were doing the quinoa from scratch, it would take about the same amount of time, and you could have it hot, which is also delicious. I hope you'll subscribe to It's a Sweet and Savory Life to catch more videos like this. Also, leave a comment down below if you have any questions or concerns. You can also check me out on Instagram at It's a Sweet and Savory Life 2018. And yeah, hope you like this, guys. Give the video a thumbs up, and we'll see you soon. Bye!